I'm live. Let me make sure I got chat set up right. It's always set just randomly to live or to top chat. No one's here yet, so I'm really not talking. I am. Who's here? Hey, what's up, guys? I'm actually in my office. I'm doing a bunch of sharpening day. It's just freaking cold. It's like 37 degrees right now outside. Sorry, it's 42 now. It's warmed up. But I am going to be doing some sharpening. It's just, it has been kind of crazy. So, kids ice skating. Oh, here, let's scoot this over like that. There we go. Kids ice skating and all that stuff. Hang on a second, let me. Uh-oh. I am having a hard time getting into my email account. I'm having a hard time with it. So, I am planning on doing a video. The Frederick, I'm going to do the auction for that Frederick Smatchet. Hang on a second. Let me see if it works this time. Can I get in? Yes. No. God damn it. Anyway, I'm going to do the video about the, or not the video, the actual auction for the Frederick Smatchet. Yep, that's not working. So I'm going to do the auction for that, but I have a video that I'm going to do for Matthew. So you guys know it's coming. My buddy Matt has a pristine, never been in pocket, Microtech, what was it? Microtech Annex that was the TKI version that came with the pin, the wallet, a coin, the multi-tool, all of that, and it's got Nico just sent me something. It's got a it's all in the case and everything is serialized the same. So the pin is serialized, everything. So I'm going to try and sell that for him. He never carries it, so. Yeah, I've done 2 of them now. The second video was the one that they keep doing it on Forged in Fire, that it'll kill and calling it a weapon. And it gets irritating. I mean, I get it. They're trying to bring more people into the knife community and things like that. They are doing a lot for that because everybody knows that show, Forged in Fire. You tell somebody to make a knife, like, oh, do you watch Forged in Fire? I'm like, no, I don't have a mental deficit. But people just don't realize. I still can't. So now I can't get into my email. And I can't get into my admin side of my business Facebook. I can't manage contacts. I can't look at all my messages. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. I'm really getting frustrated. It's getting hard. Let me see. Maybe I just did the password different on this one. Let's see. Did it work? I cannot get into my email account. Let's try again. Maybe I just spelled my name wrong. So, what you guys got going on? Let's see. Well, here's the thing. may have to take a break from this because business has not been great, and I'm gonna probably wind up looking for a part-time job. So the YouTube channel is going to probably suffer. But you know, I cannot get into my account. Well, guys, that was a bust. I was hoping to do that. I've got emails that I need to send. I'm gonna have to do them from my phone. Let's see. Damn it. I know my username. I know this is not riveting entertainment. It's not working. But I need to get into this email account. So this morning it's just cold. I can't get in. I'm using the correct. I'm gonna try one more. Yeah, I know something's wrong here. I forgot my password. We'll just go with that. What's up, Yakov? Yakov will be here in a month. You're not catching much. Oh, guys, come on! Like this isn't even here. I'll show you. This isn't even. There's something wrong with their site. It can't be me. So I hit the I forgot my password, which is supposed to take you to a link. Oh, there we go. There, it's finally working. There's supposed to be a link there. Oh, nope, took me right back where I was at. Oh, come on. Continue. This one you can only. You're only allowed to stay logged in for up to 2 weeks. That's AT&T's policy. I want to reset my password. I'll answer my... What's the furthest I've ever traveled? I know that one. You got a VDK War Admiral? Not... I don't want to say anything bad because he's a nice guy. Vlad's a nice guy. I talked to him on Instagram a few times. I just don't like the knives. I don't like the VDK knives. I really don't. But I mean, but that's not to say that they're, you know, some people don't like the knives I like. So I mean, it's a personal preference thing. I got a couple in for sharpening, and it's not that they're not well built. I just don't like the designs. But it's weird because you would think, as much as I like the DeVillers customs, the cleavers and stuff like that, you would think that I would like the VDKs, and it's the way they feel in hand. The VDK knives are not as refined. The Butcher, however, that DeVillers makes, ADV, they're really comfortable in hand. You would think that as big as they are, I mean, don't get me wrong, they do have some hot spots, but the VDK knives that I've had come in were much more along the lines of needed more chamfers and things like that. Not quite as bad as like an Emerson, but I was arguing with a guy the other day about Emerson knives, and he was saying, well, 154 CM is a top tier steel and it's used in high-end knives. Just look at what Benchmade makes. And I was like, Benchmade's not high-end. Benchmade is not high-end. I was arguing with him. I was like, there are so many steels that surpassed, and that's my big contention with some of the stuff. I do understand that Ernie has stated he's got some reason why he wants to use 154 CM. But in all honesty, 154 CM is not as good as some of the newer steels in any of the applications he's talking about. Corrosion resistance, impact resistance, wear resistance. It's been surpassed. It's not a bad steel. I like 154 CM. It's not a bad steel. It's just uh, it's not bad steel. It's just it's been surpassed, and therefore, since there are much better steels on the market, they should not be charging a premium. There's a lot of people. Lurch Knives uses 154 cm. They're charging a premium for steel that's not a premium steel. They're catching people that fall for the gimmick and things like that. It's it's just I don't agree that they should be charging that much for a knife that is that uncomfortable and that I want to get I want to point out, like, if you go and look at a picture of the Emerson Super Karambit, the ring that you put your finger in, it's split in the middle and it's extremely uncomfortable, and you can't that ring is meant so that you can use some striking and things like that. It's too tight. They're too thin little strips. Basically, it's not a solid piece because it's not part of a solid backspacer. They are uncomfortable. And the other knife that I've seen, the Karambit, that looks like that was an M-Tech. And we all know, I said in the video, that basically Emerson are like a high-priced M-Tech. I mean, really, at this point, they kind of are. The designs would be great if they would just step up. I'm not saying they don't have good designs. It's just that they're very poorly executed. And people were like, oh, well, they used Phillips head screws for this. I was like, great, if you want to use Phillips head screws and you have a reason for it, that's fine. So the guy in a field can use his Leatherman to take his knife apart. But like I said, most of the guys I know that are in spec war, special forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, they don't carry a folding knife for that purpose. The knife that you are gonna see an actual operator carry is gonna be a fixed blade, because there's so much less that can go wrong. So, I mean, some of the designs are good. I'm not gonna lie. I like the Commander model that they make. Hang on a second, let me. Continue. What did I do? I did something wrong. I'm having a hard time with this. It's not accepting my new password. It's trying to tell me I'm using. Now I can't. Here, way too much steel. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have a knife, like most of the SEALs, I know a few of the SEALs, not as many. A bunch of them have retired actually, because I'm old and I retired in 2009. So the guys that I know, they're pretty much on their way out as well. But the SEALs that I know, Leatherman and Gerber, the multi-tools, those should be marketed as what the SEALs carry, because those guys always have like a Leatherman Blast or a fucking skeleton tool, something that they've got in their pack or on their belt somewhere, because they've got the room, they've got the acreage on those belts to carry it, and room on their molly gear and in pockets and stuff. But it's just it's that misconception. It's that, it's like Strider has an NSN, a national stock number. It's issued by the military. No, it's not. It's in the stock system. That doesn't mean it's issued. That doesn't mean anyone actually carries it. Ernie Emerson's knives have a national stock number. They're in the system. You can order them. That's all that means. When you get an NSN, you can market it that way, but having been in the military, all an NSN means is you can fucking order it. That's on the system of things that you can order in the military. Gerber has for years. The Gerber Gator was in national stocks system, stuff like that. So it's just a marketing ploy. And I know he says that, he developed that wave feature as a way to stop a knife. I don't have any other Karamites. Here's the thing. I will tell you, anybody that knows anybody in the Special Forces will tell you they carry fillet knives. You know why? Because they're cheap, they're thin, they're flexible, and you can get inside a vest up through a vest because it's so thin and it's so pointy and it punctures. It's and that's a fixed blade. And they're buying like the fucking $6 fucking Stone River fillet knife and they're carrying it because if it breaks, I don't fucking care. Because I got news for you, it's a lot harder to get a thick blade. Even the ones I made, which I put the tip on it a little thick just for things like that. Like I'm gonna punch a hole in a fucking can or something like that. This is not working. I wonder if it's just a problem with their. That's not gonna work either. I wonder if it's just a problem with their website. I give up. I might have to call them. It's not working. I haven't been able to check this. Yeah, I mean, but that's not what I'm talking about. I was talking about how Ernie Emerson has marketed his knives. That's it goes to that tactical thing. I'm gonna do a video today that's probably gonna be kind of controversial. It probably won't go up till like 5. I'll do a premiere at like 5 p.m. I'm thinking, but it's the best production knife I've ever purchased. That's what the video is gonna be. But I gotta do some sharpening too. I did get permission because it's so cold to sharpen as long as I stay at the kitchen sink. I should be good. That was the worst pain ever. Oh, Nico, did you get your catheter removed? Sounds like you may have gotten your catheter removed. Nico's here. Yep. Oh, but I bet it's a relief to have it out. Or it will be when it stops hurting when you pee. Yeah, dickhole stuff. Dickhole, son. Well, so everybody's like, what's, you know, there are knives all over my house. This is up here for opening boxes. You can see. This is by far one of the most comfortable little paring knives that I've ever owned. But too bad it's shit. It's not a very good knife. Like I said, there's one question you never say no to. There's 2. Would you like that joint? That's 1. Never say no to that. And 2, well, unless you're driving or still in the military. 2 is, have you urinated yet? There you go. I already went. Went twice. Go right now. You want to watch? It's 100% the worst question I've ever said no to. Little Asian nurse came in. I had fallen down. They had me all doped up on fucking shit. I had broken my neck, dislocated my shoulder, broke some ribs, dislocated my knee and hip. I fell. It was a big fall. And I was in the hospital. They had me all doped up, and I was in traction, and I was in a neck brace and shit. And the little Asian nurse comes in, and she said, "Mr. Emler, did you urinate today?" And I was like, all doped up. I probably had because I wasn't having any problems with it. And I was like, no, I don't think so. And I had the little fucking piss thing that I had to fucking use, but I had to use it one-handed, so actually I had to have help. And which is embarrassing. When you can't piss on your own, that's embarrassing. And so she's like, "Oh, okay." And she walked out. And she came back about 15 minutes later with a catheter. And I will never say no to that question again. That's what they should do instead of waterboarding. Put a catheter in. Let it sit for like 3 hours. Pull it back out. Put it back in. Just do that all day. That's way better than waterboarding. Way more effective. I'll tell you, you ain't threatening to pull my fingernails and shit out. I don't fucking care. We're going to put a catheter down your penis. Yeah, I mean, the camp's over there, like 3 clicks up over the hill, right down in there. If I could come in from the east, that's your best bet. advanced interrogation techniques. Well, why? I couldn't. I don't think I could. Do not think I could. Oh, let's see. Why can't I get into? Let's try it again. I really need to get into this email account. So I sent some messages this morning. I have a box of knives that's here. I have a bunch of sharpening to do. I'm going to get started on that. It's going to be... Oh, had no choice. Did you have a sphincter spasm and had to... Actually, it's not AT&T, it's Yahoo. It's a Yahoo account. It's just through my AT&T, but I've never had a problem with it. I would imagine it's because, Rich, were you a doc and you had to catheterize yourself because you had a sphincter spasm and a bladder sphincter or urinary sphincter issue where it would not dilate? Because I've seen that. Back surgery. Yeah, that poses problems. I'm not gonna lie, after she put the catheter in, it was great. I did not have to get up, and I mean, I didn't have to move. I was in so much, I mean, I fractured my neck and ribs, and this shoulder was torn up. The hip was out of socket. My knee was, I was all fucked up. Everything hurt. Plus, I had fallen like 3 stories. So besides those injuries, everything hurt. And to not have to get up, I will say it was a massive relief to not have to get up, but the whole pain of if in and out both hurt. I think out hurts worse than in, if you want to know the truth. All right, let's try this again. Let's sign in. I've been in this email just recently. So, yeah, I'm gonna get off of here. I am gonna shoot a video later today. I've got some sharpening to do. I might do Instagram. I might do some Instagram live feed. Or yeah, Instagram live feed. When it went in, you were asleep? But see, it's not. What? I think my wife's taking a nap before she goes to work. There we go. Continue. Let's try this again. How do you want to reset? Send me a temporary password. Temporary password. Let's see here. I may have to close this because they're going to text it to me. I have Gmail. Continue. Here we go. Let's see. Continue? Is it gonna let me? Okay. Now, No, I always check it from my phone, and I just have not, I haven't been on a computer in a long time. I mean, this email account does not get a lot of, it doesn't get a lot of traffic, but it does have like a bunch of stuff in it that I need to get rid of because I don't need 1,200 emails showing up on my phone. You know what I mean? Let's try this. And yes, keep me signed in. Yes, save that password. Keep me signed in. And that only took 25 fucking minutes. Whew. I have a lot of mail. I have mail with a exclamation point on it. So yeah, guys, I need to get in here and go through all this stuff. I will, I'll be doing a, I have AT&T Uverse, so that comes with a email account. But what was it somebody asked? What did you ask me, Rich? Or someone, do you ever serve on a sub? No, no. I'm too big. I literally I'm huge on a ship, on a sub. I would not fit. They actually, there are restrictions as to how tall you can be to be on a submarine. It's literally a thing. I'm not too big for it, but I mean, I would have been extremely uncomfortable, and the jobs on subs were not something I wanted, and I would have never, I would have never been able to handle being underwater for as long as those subs go down, and they do not come back up. Sometimes 3-4 months. You're like, fuck, not being able to see outside, not being able to see the light. I'm a country boy. I couldn't take that. That would be fundamentally bad for me and for everyone else around me. So actually, I don't need to go. I can keep doing this. I've got let's get these. I don't need any of these. Okay, something's going on here. I hope I didn't need any of that. Wow, this is just all so much crap. I don't get anything. Every once in a while, I'll get somebody that like finds me, and I don't know how they find this email account. Every once in a while, I'll get stuff sent to this, but not that often. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. I needed to get in here, and I figured I'd talk to you guys while I was fucking around with it. It took me only, 2.0. The 2.0s, Archbishop 2.0s are fucking nice. Super, super thin. I haven't gotten to do a video about them yet. I just haven't had time, behind on stuff. I still got Chris's stuff I haven't done a video on yet. It was supposed to go out last week. So I will try to get that video done this week, Chris, I promise, but there's a lot of other stuff that's going on too. I am working on trying to get somebody to pick up some new designs. We actually is overloaded. I have 2 designs. I had talked to them before and they wanted some designs, but I used to swim 3 miles a day. 3 miles. That was my minimum. I would swim 3 to 5 miles. And there was a lot of times I would also run. I loved to run. I loved to swim. I would run like 6 miles in the morning and then swim like fucking 3 miles in the afternoon. So, or I would swim in the morning and the afternoon. Like I'd swim before work and after work to try and get in as much swim time. I was swimming 500 meters, and I was doing like a 9-minute 500 meters, something like that. Like 8:54.9, right at that. Anyway, and that's pretty quick for a big guy. I'm moving a lot. I have a lot of surface area for resistance in the water. But no, I've got to do those videos. Chris, I'll get your videos out. I've got a video for that stuff, but I also have some sharpening. Like I said, if you guys have knives at my house, just be patient. It's been hectic. I'm working on some stuff. We had talked to me. I had heard some. I don't know. I can't find the email, but I had gotten an email that said, "Hey, do you have any other designs?" And I'm pretty sure it was from We. And I was like, "Yeah, I'll get them put together, and I'll get them." And then when I talked to them, they're like, "Our production line is." Our production line is pretty well full right now. My knife, the Hornet, is still getting made, but like for new designs, they just don't have anything for them right now. I was like, what? And so I don't know where it came from, but I know a couple other people that I could probably get those designs out to and see where that goes. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what's going on. I would like to see how the Hornet does first. I'm just gonna basically sit on those designs. It's the Scorpion and the Sea Snake, and then I have one more that I've got in my head that I'd like to do, but I'm just not sure how I'm gonna do it. You know, I have to. I don't do stuff in CAD and only look at it and have dimensions. I basically have to make one to see how it feels and if it's something I want. So, well, guys, I wasn't swimming in competition. I was just swimming because I like to swim, but I would do side stroke. That's a 9 minute. That's a 9 minute 500 meter side stroke, which is not the fastest. So, all right, guys, I'm off of here. I'm gonna clean up this email account and then get started on some shit. I'm gonna film a couple videos. Probably see an Instagram live feed sometime today if the signal holds up. It's been really windy, really cold, really wet. That's why I'm still planning on sharpening in the kitchen, even though my wife doesn't like it, but it's better than nothing. So